Thoughts by an Oat Field. It's windy, and I'm standing looking out over an ochre-yellow oat field. The oats rustle dryly in the wind, and I think they might be ready for harvest. August is the harvest month, as stated in our old calendar. In a calendar from 1882, someone noted that they managed to harvest the barley on the 28th of August that year, despite it having rained the day before. However, not many of us today jot down anything about the harvested crops in our synced calendars. But I think it's good to occasionally spare a thought for the oat harvest. In the past, the part of Dalsland where I now live was known for its fine oats. Enormous quantities were grown here, then shipped from the warehouses in Sycall on Lake Vänern, further south via the Gotha Canal to Gothenburgsport, and finally to England, which was a major consumer. However, the oat period in Dalsland came to an end with the crop failure years of 1867 and 1868. People starved and died, and it was these years that truly ignited the first great wave of emigration from Sweden to America, a period that lasted until 1894, when it subsided. Over 1 million Swedes emigrated to America, and by 1910, there were 110,000 Swedes living in Chicago alone. Speaking of America, it's hard not to think of Neil Young's album, Harvest, released in 1972, when standing in front of a yellow oat field. In 1970, Neil had bought a farm in California and moved to the countryside. "Are you ready for the country?" he asks in the song of the same name, adding, "because it's time to go." Perhaps, like Neil, one should make that journey at some point in life, moving from the city to the countryside. Today, I can answer him and say yes, I was ready for the country. We live here now, next door to an oat field. And it feels just right. Such thoughts can flit by when standing and gazing at an oat field. The wind picks up, the weather is changeable today, and suddenly it looks like it might rain. The dog and I turn around and take the gravel road home again, between fields and meadows. I think I'll listen to Harvest when I get home. Matthias is an author, editor, and illustrator. Thank you for listening to or watching this episode. Please like, comment and subscribe.